Hey guys, what's up? New video tonight for all the fans and believers who think Michael Jackson is still alive, which I have said that in my last video that there's so much proof and there's so much out there that say that he is indeed alive. And we all know that Michael Jackson is still alive because there's no point going on about that he's not. The guy is a legend, and my Facebook is Christopher Keenan, and that's my Facebook. Go on to it. All my YouTube subscribers going at me on my Facebook because it's pretty cool, pretty new stuff on it. I have my gamer picture of me and my two friends, and the top picture is of Michael Jackson just before he died, and it's a cool picture where he's like in London, March 5th. You know, the press conference. You know, where he's like peace. It's a good picture. It's a good picture of him. I was just thinking about when the music it came out of 2014, I think it was, of Michael Jackson. There were some good songs. There was some pretty good hit songs, and there's one song I really liked, and it was really good. And the song is called Escape, and it's like escape, 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 you know, and the way it plays, and there's a really good beat to it. There's other songs in the album of Escape that's pretty good, you know, Place with No Name, and as far as I can remember, the last time I've listened to the songs, that This Is It, and it's really awesome. And there's one thing I really want to get. There's a new book I want to get of Michael Jackson, and it's all about him, of his comeback in March 2009, and it's a new book of his This Is It tour in London, and it's the book I really want to get. And there's a DVD I want to get is of Michael Jackson's This Is It. Something I should have got a long time ago. I don't know why I didn't get. I have hundreds of DVDs, and that's one thing I don't have, and it's really, absolutely, you know, shocking because people probably say to me like, "Why on earth do I not have it? This Is It?" The only reason why I don't have is This Is It because when I seen it in the movie, I was the one I seen it in the movies in the movie house when it first came out back in 2009, and I went to see it, and it was absolutely amazing. It was just like watching Michael Jackson on tour anyway, you know, so it was all the same to me. And I've said that before hundreds of times. So, and the DVD is amazing. He was really thin in it, and he wasn't eating. You could tell by that. And then you could tell at the end of the DVD, Earth Song, where Michael Jackson was wearing like tracksuit, and it looked like he was wearing so much clothes to keep him warm. I mean, we all know that, and I know that because I know all that there, and I know what I know because up to his death and all, and what really happened, and this and that. There's just so much, and you know, and it's really interesting because a lot of people say like, you know, if Michael Jackson had lived, or if this tragedy hadn't happened, and there is some people saying like, it's a tragedy that shouldn't have happened, and Michael Jackson's family is messed up, messed up, messed up, and it's a tragedy that shouldn't have happened, but it did, and it just messed up the whole family. Everything just messed up, you know. So, but you know, it messed up because for the Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris Jackson, and Prince Jackson, I think, yeah, and Blanket Jackson. So he left behind three kids, a mother, a brother, a sister, And then I watched the video of the Believe channel, and a lot of people are saying the guy with this mask on, this hat, this doctor or whatever, I think something like that. They were saying to this guy who think is Michael Jackson. They were saying um like, take off the mask, and the guy did say, this is not a mask, this is real. And they say it's Michael Jackson, and the guy said he's not Michael Jackson. So, and it's really interesting because if that is Michael Jackson, then there's the smoking gun right there. Because it kind of gives it away too, because you can actually hear in the background what's going on. You can hear, I think it's Michael Jackson's son Prince saying something in the background. So it's really interesting because, like, it just gets better and better as it goes on, because there's just so many channels and so many believers and fans and everything. It's just so much, and it just makes it look that Michael Jackson isn't dead. It hadn't happened. It's a hoax, you know. And then you know, moving on to what to believe, you know, this would have been the time where, if Michael Jackson had done the shows, this would have been the time, the month of the year back in 2009, July, and that time where Michael Jackson would have been hitting the shows in London. So, but it makes it look like that it's not a hoax, or it is, or but Michael Jackson was giving us signs and clues and all that there. But the way Michael Jackson was at the comeback on March 2009 in London, you know, he made it sound like that he wasn't gonna die. There was no clues or signs. He made it sound like that, you know, this is it. He says to his fans, he loves them from the bottom of his heart, and I'll see you in July. If he hadn't have said that, then maybe, you know, the death could have been a hoax. But it makes it look like that he was telling the truth, like he would see them in July and all that there, and then he dies in June. So it makes it look real. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna go like, well, he could be alive or he could be dead. You know, I'm sticking to the point where Michael Jackson is alive for so many reasons. Because one, he could have faked his death to get out of the debt, because he was in millions of dollars in debt, and you know, I'm sure he wanted peace from, you know, from people who accused him of being a child molester and all that there, which is all a bunch of nonsense. And I'm sure he faked his death so he could be alone with his family, to have a private life. You know, so there's so many things to it. But every October Halloween, like, I always play the Thriller, and playing it every year, it's always going to be the number one song in the box office. You know, it's, you know, the song is Thriller. It's all about, you know, Michael Jackson turning into a werewolf, which is classic. All the zombies rising from the graves, which is classic. All the zombies and Michael Jackson dancing to the song, which is classic. The end of the video where Michael Jackson turns around, and the music end there, and it freezes. That's classic. Everything about that video, Thriller, is classic. And This Is It version, the studio of This Is It, Thriller, Michael Jackson had done, is a classic because it's a remake, and I think the 3D has finally been released, and it's meant to be amazing. You know, Michael Jackson was just the best, number one. You know, he was the king of music, he was the king of pop, and he knew his songs, his lyrics, his everything. You know, anybody who's a legend of what they do is just amazing, you know. And you know what? Like I've said this before, you know, a lot of people, you know, if you say to me, like, do I think Michael Jackson was ready and he could have done the shows in London? I'm gonna say, well, put it this way, right? In our minds, we think he could have done it. But if you put yourself in his shoes, what way would you think what Michael Jackson would have been feeling? But others couldn't have known what he was feeling, because we could. It could have been like where if we were Michael Jackson, you know, you wouldn't know what problems that guy had, and we wouldn't have known until the end what that guy was going through. You know, when he got home that night, and then the next day he's dead. It's just, you know, it's just absurd, and it's a tragedy. It shouldn't have happened, and it did, and it's 9 years now, and it's just we just had to live it and go on, and what we had to believe today, what we have been believing since it started. You know, the death hoax, if it's happened or not, because he's just clearly given away like signs and clues that it's telling us that he's given us that he is alive, and could be telling us, you know, not to worry, he's still alive. He'll probably do more music while he's alive, and you know what I mean? Like Skip, you know? Just like there's a place with no name and all that there. It kind of gives you a clue as well that there's no place with no name, because there's another thing out there where Michael Jackson's not even buried at the forest lawn. There's nobody who's there. Is there anybody in the grave? A lot of people think it's an empty grave. There's nobody there, you know. Michael Jackson's not even buried there, because there was a whole thing about that where Michael Jackson wasn't even buried there in the first place. There was no name that came up Michael Jackson. There's just so much to it, and that's why I'm sticking to it, because that's why I'm sticking that he is definitely in need alive, because I mean there is no name on the grave, which is true. And you could see his body bag sitting up in the helicopter. You know, you can see Michael Jackson jumping out of you know, the Cardinals van alive. You know, a lot of people say that video was fake, but it wasn't fake, because we've watched the video where they just messed up in the video where they give it away that the guy was using his left arm or right arm, but in the original video the guy uses the original arm instead of what he does in the video they make. So they give it away that the first video was real, that could have been Michael Jackson, you know, jumping out of the van alive. You know, there's just so much to it, you know. They're trying to say that he was alive at his funeral and all. They were trying to say he was already alive when they got to the UCLA, the hospital. And then they tried to spot out that they saw Michael Jackson sitting up in the stretcher. There's just so much, you know, it's just so much people have spotted and all that there, you know. It just goes on and on and on. But where do we go from here? You know, we just have to keep going on what we believe, and keep going on what people are putting up in the videos. And then when I see the videos, and then if I see if I feel what I want to talk about, I would do it. And that's why I'm talking about it now tonight, because this is July 23rd. I think it's July 24th. I don't really know, but yeah. So this is probably going to be the last video I'll probably do until I find something new to do about Michael Jackson, or I could come up with something new I want to talk about again and get another video done sooner or later, or do something really special for the fans. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight, what I had in my head. So I'm glad I got it on this video, because I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of fans like watching other people's videos about Michael Jackson being alive, what they have to say, because I like watching other people's videos what they had to say about Michael Jackson. It's pretty good, you know. But anyway, guys, that's me for tonight. I've said everything I wanted to say in this video, and I hope I've repeated that good. I hope I've said that okay, and I hope you guys have understand and took in what I've said. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos, and to all the people who are watching my videos, any subscribers who are YouTube channels or watch my videos, any new people who've only seen my videos, please subscribe, leave likes, leave comments. What you guys think about Michael Jackson 2018? Is he alive or dead? Well, I don't know why I've said like I'm not gonna do that or say go with that no more, but you know what I mean. Like, but is he alive or is it a hoax? Is he really out there? Let me know in the comments, guys. Okay. And the more you guys give me likes and leave comments if you guys like me doing these videos, or if you guys want me to do something new for Michael Jackson, or something classic, something really good to me to come up with to do about with Michael Jackson's his last days of his This Is It, something really good to put into the music and make it look good and make it do a mix or something, or anything you want me to do. You know what I mean, guys. Let me know in the comments. Okay, guys? And that's all I have to say for tonight. Take care, guys. Good night. Peace.